The hidden defense. Dr. Olivia Reeves stood before the quantum holographic display, her dark eyes reflecting the shimmering data streams that filled the cavernous command center. 3 miles beneath the Atlantic Ocean, Prometheus Base hummed with activity as humanity's most advanced artificial intelligence processed incoming sensor data. "They're getting bolder," she muttered, watching another Kraxin probe attempt to penetrate Earth's carefully crafted facade of primitive technology. The probe, like dozens before it, detected only what humanity wanted it to see: outdated satellite networks, primitive nuclear arsenals, and radio telescopes that would seem archaic to any advanced civilization. Commander James Sullivan approached, his neural implant synchronizing with the facility's secure network. His weathered face bore the quiet confidence of someone who had spent decades preparing for this moment. "Status report, Doctor. The Kraxin Empire is running their 5th deep scan this month," Olivia replied, manipulating the quantum display with practiced gestures. "Their probes are more sophisticated than previous ones, but they still can't detect our quantum shielding or the phase-shifted facilities. For 30 years, humanity had maintained the greatest deception in its history. After detecting the first Kraxin probe in 2089, world leaders had made an unprecedented decision. Instead of announcing first contact or displaying their rapid technological advancement, they chose to hide. Not out of fear, but strategy. The Prometheus Initiative was born from this decision. While the world appeared divided and technologically stagnant to outside observers, humanity unified in secret. Countries pooled their resources, brilliant minds collaborated across borders, and technological advancement accelerated at an unprecedented rate. "Show me the latest intel on their fleet movements," Sullivan commanded. The display shifted, revealing hundreds of massive warships gathering at the edge of the solar system. The Kraxin Empire, a militant species that had conquered 12 star systems, had spent decades studying Earth, categorizing it as a pre-spacefaring civilization ripe for conquest. Dr. Reeves pulled up another display showing Earth's true defensive capabilities. Quantum phase generators hidden throughout the solar system could instantly deploy energy fields that would make the strongest alien shields look primitive. Dimensional shift drives allowed Earth's hidden fleet to move through space in ways the Kraxins couldn't comprehend, and the AI defense network, distributed through quantum computers in subspace, could process combat decisions faster than any organic mind. Their tactical simulations suggest they're committing only 20% of their total fleet strength, Professor Marcus Zhang announced as he entered the command center, his cybernetic eyes scanning the data streams. As Earth's leading quantum physicist, he had been instrumental in developing the technologies that would soon shock the Kraxin Empire. "Perfect," Sullivan replied, a slight smile crossing his face. "The Defense Council has given us authorization to proceed with Operation Thunderbolt. It's time to show them why underestimating humanity was their greatest mistake." Deep within the Kraxin command ship, Fleet Commander Vexthor reviewed the final invasion plans. His scaled skin shifted colors with anticipation as he studied the holographic display of Earth. "Such a primitive world," he chittered to his subordinates. "Still burning fossil fuels, fighting among themselves, barely able to reach their own moon. Their most advanced weapons wouldn't scratch our shield harmonics." "The resource surveys are complete, Commander," his science officer reported. "Earth's combination of rare elements and biological diversity makes it an invaluable acquisition. Their resistance should be minimal. If only they knew." Back in Prometheus Base, Olivia accessed the quantum network that connected Earth's hidden defenses. Thousands of advanced warships lay concealed in dimensional pockets throughout the solar system. Automated defense platforms, invisible to conventional sensors, stood ready. The very laws of physics had been bent and reshaped by human innovation, creating weapons that would seem like magic to their would-be invaders. "All defense grid sectors report ready," she announced. "Quantum shields are charged but inactive, phase shift drives are spooled, and the AI network has calculated over 10 million possible battle scenarios." Sullivan nodded, opening a secure channel to the United Earth Defense Council. "Operation Thunderbolt is greenlit. All commands are to maintain current protocols until the Kraxan fleet commits to their invasion vector. How long do you think it will take them to realize their mistake? Professor Zhang asked, watching as more alien ships gathered at the system's edge. About as long as it takes lightning to strike, Sullivan replied, his expression grim. They think they're hunting prey, but they're about to become the prey. The quantum displays continued their silent dance, monitoring every movement of the approaching alien fleet. Humanity's moment of revelation approached, and with it, a demonstration of power that would reshape the galaxy's understanding of Earth forever. The greatest deception in human history was about to end, and the Kraxan Empire would learn that appearances can be dangerously deceiving. First strike. The quantum sensors detected the Kraxan fleet's energy surge before their weapons even fired. Deep within Prometheus Base, Dr. Olivia Reeves watched as the alien Armada began their attack run, completely unaware of the trap they were heading into. Multiple energy signatures detected, she announced, her neural interface streaming real-time combat data. They're launching their first wave of atmospheric penetrators. Exactly as predicted. Commander Sullivan stood at the central command platform, his cybernetic implants processing tactical data from across the solar system. Time to show them what humanity's been hiding. Professor Zhang, initiate Defense Protocol Omega. Professor Zhang's cybernetic eyes flickered as he interfaced with the quantum network. Around Mars' orbit, reality itself seemed to ripple as massive defense platforms phased into normal space. The Kraxan ships, committed to their attack vector, suddenly found themselves surrounded by technology they couldn't comprehend. By the eternal void. Fleet Commander Vexthor's scales shifted to pale green in shock as his tactical displays exploded with new contacts. Where moments before there had been nothing but empty space, now thousands of advanced human vessels emerged from dimensional pockets, their quantum weapons already locked on target. This is Admiral Helena Torres of the United Earth Defense Force, a transmission cut through all Kraxan communications channels. Your fleet is surrounded, your tactical position is compromised, and your intelligence about Earth is catastrophically wrong. Surrender now, or face the consequences of your aggression. The Kraxan ships opened fire, their energy weapons lashing out at the nearest human vessels. But their beams dissipated harmlessly against quantum shields that operated on principles they couldn't understand. Earth's response was devastating. Lightning-fast quantum torpedoes phased through Kraxan shields as if they didn't exist, their warheads rematerializing inside ship hulls. Gravitational lenses focused the power of solar winds into devastating weapon beams. AI-driven drone swarms moved with impossible precision, their shared consciousness operating at speeds that made organic reactions seem glacial by comparison. Status report. Vexthor demanded as his flagship shuddered under impacts his sensors couldn't even properly detect. We've lost 40% of the fleet in the first wave, his tactical officer responded, scales now ash-white with terror. Their weapons, they're operating on principles we don't understand. Our shields might as well be tissue paper. In Prometheus Base, Professor Zhang monitored the battle through quantum feeds. The AI network predicts total Kraxan fleet neutralization within 12 minutes at current engagement rates. Send in the quantum strike teams, Sullivan ordered. Show them exactly how primitive our boarding tactics are. Specialized Earth assault ships phased partially out of normal spacetime, allowing them to pass directly through the hulls of Kraxan vessels. Elite troops wearing quantum-enhanced combat suits materialized inside enemy ships, their neural interfaces linked to AI systems that could predict and counter any response. Fleet Commander Vexthor watched in horror as his mighty invasion fleet was systematically dismantled by forces he couldn't even comprehend. Ships that had been the pride of the Kraxan Empire were being reduced to drifting hulks or clouds of debris in minutes. All ships, emergency retreat, he ordered, his pride shattered. Get us out of this system. But retreat proved impossible. Earth's fleet had positioned itself precisely to cut off all escape routes, using gravitational manipulation technology to prevent any attempt at faster-than-light travel. Your situation is hopeless, Commander, Admiral Torres transmitted again. You have one final chance to surrender before we demonstrate our full capabilities. Dr. Reeves monitored the quantum feeds as Kraxan ships began powering down their weapons. 87% of their surviving ships are surrendering. The remaining 13% are attempting to regroup for a last stand. 30 years of preparation, Sullivan mused, watching the tactical displays. 30 years of hiding our true nature, advancing our technology in secret, all while letting them think we were centuries behind them. The battle for Earth's solar system was over almost as quickly as it had begun. The mighty Kraxan invasion fleet, which had anticipated an easy conquest of a primitive world, found itself completely outmatched by the very civilization they had so grievously underestimated. As the last Kraxan ship surrendered, Fleet Commander Vexthor realized that his Empire's greatest mistake hadn't been attacking Earth, it had been believing their own assumptions about humanity's limitations. The galaxy was about to learn that appearances could be deceiving, and humanity was ready to reveal its true power among the stars. Counter-offensive. In the Grand Assembly Chamber of the Kraxan Empire's throne world, Supreme Overlord Nexkrotha's scales rippled with barely contained fury. The holographic displays showed the complete destruction of their invasion fleet, a devastating defeat that threatened to shatter the Empire's image of military supremacy. Impossible, he raged, all 6 neural tendrils pulsing with anger. A pre-spacefaring civilization cannot possess such technology. Launch everything we have. Every ship, every weapon. Reduce their system to atoms. At Prometheus Base, Dr. Olivia Reeves and Commander Sullivan monitored the quantum feeds as massive fleet movements rippled across the galaxy. The Kraxan Empire was mobilizing its entire military force, over 15,000 ships, nearly 30 times the size of the initial invasion fleet. They're reacting exactly as the quantum AI predicted, Olivia noted, neural interface streaming tactical data. Multiple fleet elements converging from 12 different sectors. And walking right into our trap, Sullivan replied. Initiate Operation Stormbreak. Let's show them what humanity's full capabilities really look like. As the massive Kraxan Armada approached the solar system, they encountered humanity's outer defense perimeter. Quantum buoys activated throughout neighboring star systems, creating an interlocking network of dimensional disruption fields. Entire sections of the Kraxan fleet found themselves emerging from faster-than-light travel thousands of light-years off course, their carefully planned formation shattered. Status report. Nexkroth demanded as conflicting data flooded his neural links. Where is half our fleet? Unknown, Supreme Overlord, his admiral responded, scales dulled with confusion. They're scattered. Something is interfering with our faster-than-light corridors. It's as if space itself is being redirected. In the Prometheus Base Strategic Command Center, Professor Zhang joined the observation team. The quantum AI has achieved full predictive modeling of their tactical responses. Every move they make, we're 20 steps ahead. Earth's hidden shipyards throughout the asteroid belt revealed themselves, launching waves of automated warships. The true scope of humanity's military power became apparent as dimensional barriers dropped around every planet and major moon in the solar system, revealing vast defense installations. Admiral Torres coordinated the counteroffensive from her flagship, the Thunderchild. All defense grid sectors report ready. Quantum shields at maximum capacity. Dimensional strike team standing by. The AI network has mapped every possible combat scenario. The battle that followed would reshape the galaxy's understanding of warfare. Human ships phased between dimensions, their quantum weapons ignoring conventional shields and armor. Swarms of AI-controlled fighters moved with impossible precision, their shared consciousness operating at speeds that made organic pilots seem frozen in time. How? Nexkroth demanded as reports of devastating losses poured in. How did they advance so far without detection? Earth launched its quantum virus throughout the Kraxan fleet. Ships suddenly lost power as their quantum-based computer systems were invaded by AI constructs that operated on technological principles they couldn't begin to comprehend. Weapons turned on their own vessels, shield generators overloaded, and navigation systems sent ships colliding into each other. Their technology, a Craxan science officer reported, scales nearly white with fear. It violates everything we thought we knew about physics. They're not just ahead of us, they're operating on principles we didn't know existed. Olivia monitored the quantum feeds as Earth's forces systematically dismantled the greatest fleet ever assembled by the Craxan Empire. Dimensional torpedoes have neutralized their dreadnought squadrons. Gravity lances are containing their attempted flanking maneuvers. The AI network predicts total victory within 3 hours. But the implications of the battle reached far beyond military victory. Quantum sensors detected massive fleet movements throughout the galaxy as other spacefaring civilizations reacted to the revelation of Earth's true power. Some fled in terror, others began sending diplomatic signals, and a few started mobilizing their own forces. We're detecting increased quantum signatures from the Centauri Collective and the Nexus Alliance, Professor Zhang reported. They're positioning their fleets just outside their territories. Defensive formations. Can't blame them, Sullivan replied. The galaxy just learned that a supposedly primitive civilization has technology that makes their most advanced weapons look like children's toys. Everything changes today. As the last remnants of the Craxan Armada were either captured or destroyed, Supreme Overlord Nexcroft faced a horrifying realization. Their civilization's greatest mistake hadn't been underestimating Earth's military capabilities, it had been believing they could judge a species based on what that species wanted them to see. In Prometheus Base, Olivia received a priority alert from Earth's long-range sensors. We're detecting quantum signatures from beyond the galactic core. New civilizations watching, analyzing. Good, Sullivan noted. The time for hiding is over. Now we show the galaxy what humanity can really achieve when we work together. The battle had done more than defend Earth, it had announced humanity's arrival on the galactic stage in a way that could never be ignored. The age of deception was over. The age of human ascendance had begun. Diplomatic dawn. 1 month after Earth's dramatic revelation to the galactic community, the Grand Conference Chamber of Prometheus Base hosted an unprecedented gathering. Representatives from 42 spacefaring civilizations sat around a quantum-projected table, their diverse forms illuminated by holographic displays showing Earth's transformed solar system. Dr. Olivia Reeves stood beside Commander Sullivan, watching as ships from a dozen different species moved through the newly established quantum-regulated trade lanes. Where once humanity had hidden their achievements, now their true civilization shone as a beacon of innovation. The Craxan Provisional Council signed the peace treaty this morning, Olivia reported, neural interface streaming the latest diplomatic updates. They're surprisingly eager to establish peaceful relations now that they've seen our full capabilities. Fear is giving way to curiosity, Sullivan observed. Every day brings new requests for technological exchange, trade agreements, and defensive alliances. In the ruins of the Craxan throne world's Grand Assembly Chamber, now converted into a center for interspecies cooperation, former Supreme Overlord Nexcroft addressed a gathering of diplomatic delegates. His scales, once burning with rage, now pulsed with thoughtful reflection. Our civilization's greatest failure, he explained, neural tendrils harmonizing with measured calm, wasn't in our military defeat. It was in our arrogance, believing we could judge an entire species based on what they chose to show us. Professor Zhang's quantum projections filled the conference chamber as he presented Earth's proposal for a galactic scientific initiative. Humanity hid our advances not out of fear or malice, but to ensure our survival until we could reveal ourselves from a position of strength. Now we offer to share our knowledge, to help build a more stable and prosperous galaxy for all species. The impact of Earth's emergence rippled through galactic society. The quantum AI network tracked thousands of technological and social changes spreading across known space. Species that had been enemies for millennia now sought Earth's mediation. Trade routes shifted as humanity's quantum drive technology revolutionized faster-than-light travel. The Centauri Collective has accepted our offer to upgrade their defense systems, Olivia noted, reviewing the latest diplomatic feeds. The Nexus Alliance wants to establish joint research facilities. Even the Sirius Concordat, which hasn't spoken to anyone in centuries, is sending representatives. In Earth orbit, the massive shipyards that had once been hidden by dimensional barriers now openly produced vessels incorporating technologies from multiple species. The Prometheus, Earth's most advanced flagship, prepared for its first diplomatic tour of allied systems. Quantum shield harmonics are synchronized, reported Admiral Torres through the neural network. The dimensional drive is spooled and ready. We're about to make history, the first Earth vessel to openly visit other star systems. Deep beneath the Atlantic, Prometheus Base had transformed from a hidden command center into the heart of humanity's new role in galactic politics. The quantum AI network predicted countless possible futures, each showing humanity's decision to hide their development until the right moment had proven crucial. The galaxy is changing faster than anyone predicted, Professor Zhang observed, studying the quantum probability streams. Our technology is revolutionizing everything from space travel to energy production. But more importantly, our example is inspiring change. Olivia turned to Sullivan, her neural interface highlighting an incoming priority signal. We're detecting quantum signatures from the galactic core. The Ancient Ones, the species everyone thought had vanished eons ago. They're responding to our emergence. Perhaps they were waiting, Sullivan mused. Waiting for a species that could understand the responsibility that comes with power. One that chose to hide its strength until it could be used wisely. In cities across Earth, alien cultures and commerce flowed freely through streets that had once been carefully maintained to appear primitive. Art, music, and ideas mixed and merged, creating entirely new forms of expression. Humanity's diaspora had begun as colonies were established on terraformed worlds, each incorporating lessons learned from other species. The Quantum Conference Room beneath the Atlantic hosted a final meeting of the United Earth Defense Council. The holographic displays showed countless branching paths of human advancement, but in every scenario, the decision to reveal their true nature at precisely the right moment had proven crucial. We hid not out of fear, Olivia addressed the assembled leaders, but to ensure that when we finally emerged, it would be as equals ready to help forge a better future for all species. Outside Prometheus Base, Earth's sun set on a changed world. Humanity had stepped out of the shadows not as conquerors or victims, but as architects of a new galactic order. They had proved that true strength lies not just in technological advancement, but in knowing when and how to use it. Legacy of Lightning. As the first anniversary of Earth's revelation approached, Dr. Olivia Reeves stood in the observation dome of humanity's newest achievement, the Quantum Nexus Station. Suspended in the space between dimensions, the massive structure served as a hub for intergalactic cooperation and scientific advancement. Hard to believe it's only been a year, Commander Sullivan remarked, joining her at the quantum glass viewport. Below them, ships of countless designs moved through the dimensional corridors that Earth's technology had opened throughout the galaxy. The Ancient Ones will arrive tomorrow, Olivia replied, neural interface streaming updates from across known space. Their first public appearance in over 10,000 years. The mysterious Ancient Ones had watched humanity's revelation with great interest. Their message, when it finally came, was simple: they had been waiting for a species that understood the true meaning of power, not just its acquisition, but the wisdom to know when and how to reveal it. Professor Zhang's holographic form materialized beside them, projected from his research facility on Mars. The quantum probability matrix shows unprecedented stability in galactic relations. The Kraxan Empire's reformation has inspired similar changes throughout known space. Indeed, the former Supreme Overlord Nexcroft had become one of humanity's strongest advocates, transforming his empire from a conquering force into a center of cultural exchange. The Kraxan's advanced biotechnology, combined with Earth's quantum science, had led to breakthroughs that benefited all species. Admiral Torres reports the joint fleet exercises are proceeding ahead of schedule, Sullivan noted, reviewing tactical feeds. The combined fleets of Earth, the Centauri Collective, and the Nexus Alliance moved in perfect synchronization, their technologies harmoniously integrated through quantum interfaces. The Prometheus base, now serving as Earth's primary diplomatic hub, hosted representatives from over 100 civilizations. Species that had once been bitter enemies now collaborated on projects that would have been impossible alone. The quantum AI network had become a shared resource, its vast processing power helping to solve problems that had plagued the galaxy for millennia. We're detecting the first signs of quantum awakening in previously dormant sectors, Olivia announced, studying the long-range sensor data. The Ancient Ones were right, our example is inspiring younger civilizations to emerge from their own periods of hidden development. The discovery that Earth wasn't the only world to choose the path of hidden advancement had profound implications. Other species, watching the galaxy's conflicts from the shadows, had made similar choices. Now, inspired by humanity's successful revelation, they too were beginning to emerge. The quantum probability streams are showing something remarkable, Professor Zhang reported, his holographic form brightening with excitement. The galaxy isn't just changing, it's evolving. The age of deception and conquest is giving way to an era of collaborative advancement. From the Quantum Nexus Station's central spire, humanity coordinated efforts that would have seemed impossible just a year ago. Dimensional corridors reduced travel times from years to moments. Quantum shields protected vulnerable worlds from natural disasters. AI networks helped species overcome centuries of mistrust and misunderstanding. The Ancient Ones called it the lightning path, Sullivan mused, watching a group of Kraxan scientists work alongside human researchers. The moment when a civilization realizes that true power lies not in what you can take, but in what you choose to reveal. In cities across Earth and its growing number of colony worlds, the fruits of intergalactic cooperation were evident everywhere. Quantum technology merged seamlessly with alien biotechnology and energy systems. Art and culture flowed freely between species, creating new forms of expression that transcended biological boundaries. We're detecting the Ancient One's vessel, Olivia announced, her neural interface pulsing with activity. They're using technology we've never seen before, something even more advanced than our quantum systems. The massive ship that emerged from dimensional space defied conventional understanding. It moved not just through space and time, but through possibilities themselves. The Ancient Ones had not just mastered technology, they had transcended it. They're sending a transmission, Professor Zhang reported. The message appeared in everyone's mind simultaneously, translated perfectly across all languages and forms of consciousness. You have shown the galaxy that true advancement comes not from the force of arms, but from the wisdom to know when to wait and when to act. The lightning strike that marked your emergence was not just a display of power, it was a demonstration of judgment. You understand that technology without wisdom is merely sophisticated destruction. The galaxy is ready for what comes next, and you will help guide the way. As the Ancient One's ship took its place above the Quantum Nexus Station, Olivia turned to Sullivan. You know what this means. Everything we did, everything we planned, it was just the beginning. Sullivan nodded, watching as representatives from across the galaxy gathered for humanity's greatest diplomatic achievement. The lightning strike that ended the Kraxan invasion didn't just announce our presence to the galaxy. It marked the beginning of a new age, one where power is measured not by what you can destroy, but by what you can inspire others to become. Outside the station, Earth's sun shone brightly among countless stars, each one now a potential destination, a possible ally, a new opportunity for cooperation and growth. Humanity had emerged from its chrysalis of deception not as a wounded victim or a vengeful conqueror, but as a guide to a future where technology served wisdom, and strength was measured by its capacity to unite rather than divide. The Age of Lightning had begun, and its light would illuminate the galaxy for generations to come.